We are getting out of the comfort zone today, and I'm so excited. I'm bringing up the rear, so I'm in charge of kind of keeping our group together. Seat height here is just under 34.5 inches. 34.5 inches. Gosh, I could talk. This should be the last test ride of the day, and I've been riding all day, so the mind is willing, but the mouth is not. All right, we are on the BMW F 850 GS Adventure. I have never ridden an adventure bike before, and there's a lot of specs on this bike, and I will have those for you as a link in the description. So if you have specific questions about anything on this bike, you can find those in the description. Take you right to BMW. But I love BMW test rides because they are very aware and concerned for your safety, and I really like that about BMW. They give you a really thorough pre-ride. They make sure everyone knows what's going on, and then you get out and you ride. And last time I did a BMW demo ride, it was we still got to test out the bike and the bike's capabilities, so I didn't feel like shortchanged at all. So here we go. Big shout out to Amanda Zitto. If you haven't checked out her channel before, it is As the Magpie Flies. She is the one who kind of inspired me to try out an adventure bike. This is kind of her thing, and I just kind of wanted to see what it was all about. So we've got the electronic quick shift on this bike. Woo! Very nice. So I know that on an adventure bike, you've got a lot more travel in the forks, and these are all adjustable electronically. So it's just really nice. If you're wondering why I'm in the center, it's because I'm bringing up the rear, and I was asked if I could stay to the center so he knows where the end of his group is. Oh, that's really nice. So this is a very, very comfortable ride. You know, the suspension is very, you know, spongy, or it's there to receive the shock when you take this thing off-road, I'm sure. And forgive me, because this is more of a test ride for those of you who have maybe ridden cruisers and sport bikes but never tried an adventure bike. That's me. I've never been on an adventure bike before, but I was really eager to try, and this is my first opportunity that I've had since I've had kind of that urge to do so. So I'm excited to get on here. This windshield is adjustable up and down with this little lever here. We've got lots of controls here. We've got heated grips on the right here. It goes from on to 1 and 2 and then off. You've got ride modes. We're in dynamic right now. Ooh, that sounds exciting. Let's try that. And we'll try out the quick shift here. Woo. So yeah, that's kind of standard. It's got a little jerk when you do from first to second. That's fairly normal, I think. And then it has the quick shift down too. You just have to make sure that you throttle off before you shift down. Our controls on the left. This comes with the optional cruise control, which is really cool. You've got ABS, which you can toggle on and off. And then you can switch through the which is basically the trip toggle here with this switch. Check out your miles per gallon. So you've got the turn signals here, and what's cool about the turn signals is that they are auto turn off, and then the horn, and then there's also fog lights here, which is cool, and I've got those on. We'll just leave them on. Yeah, so a lot to this bike, and my first time on a adventure bike, I've always been intimidated by them because they're so high off the ground. But I mean, this is 34.5 about seat ride height, and it's fine. I mean, I'm up on my tiptoes, but you know, I don't feel like this is top heavy or anything, or I'm gonna lose control. The ride position here is really comfortable. You're sitting very upright, and the hands in a very comfortable position as well. I am 5'6" with a 30-inch inseam, so I'm a shorter guy, but this is very nice. So yeah, this is really fun to ride. I can definitely see the intrigue, especially because if you wanted to take this thing off-road, you know, you're all set to go. So yeah, I'm behind this 100%. Yeah, really nice in this turn. I mean, you'll never worry about lean angle on these bikes because you're just way up off the ground here. It has a 6.1, I think, gallon, at least 6-gallon gas tank, and 57 miles per gallon. I mean, you will, again, if you're traveling long distances on this bike, you're in good shape as far as saving some money on some gas, because that's really good. Oh yeah, that is nice. Yeah, of all the bikes that I've ridden, this bike is very comfortable to ride. The riding position instills a lot of confidence in taking turns, but this is really nice, you know, and the prospect of being able to take this off-road makes it even more enticing. If you can't tell, I am pretty thrilled about riding this bike. So let's see, what other ride modes do we have? We have dynamic, enduro, rain, and road. Let's just keep it on dynamic. I'm just enjoying that. Oh, well, this is cool. Yeah, the quick shift's really nice. Having all that extra travel on this, and I apologize for the wind noise here. Not used to having this. Maybe that's a little bit better. Yeah, that's a little bit better, I think. But yeah, we've got the liquid cooled inline. I think it's an inline parallel twin on this bike, and it's just a really fun engine. I like the sound too that comes from this bike. You know, I'm not big on the like super loud exhaust, but yeah, this is really nice. You know, it's one of those things where the sound of this bike really matches the style, and I like that. Oh yeah, I'm probably having the easiest time maneuvering through this crappy road on this bike. Yeah, but if you're a person who maybe was intimidated by the ride height of an adventure bike, give it a shot, because once you get going, it is a really fun and really, I mean, it's got a sportier feel without being super sporty or super torquey. You know, it's just a really fun bike. I have zero complaints. Oh, careful. Yeah, slow speed, high speed on these turns. I mean, it's just loads of fun. Just making sure our group's together. We are. Let's hit it. Let's take this high-speed turn and see how we do. Yeah, so I revved it up pretty high for that, and it still jerked a little bit from 1 to 2, but I mean that's pretty normal. Yeah, this is, oh my gosh, I could ride this bike all day. And frankly, you know, I've said that I would love to get a touring bike for, you know, in the future when I ride long distances, but this to me is a lot more fun than a touring bike. I'd love to get on the 1250 just to see what that extra, you know, what that little bit of extra power gives you out here. But this 850 is nice. This is definitely, if I was to say, could you ride an 850 or this bike as a starter bike, I would say, you know, be careful because of the ride height. If you're a shorter person, if you're a taller person, by all means, this would be an awesome first bike. But if you're a shorter person, you know, if you're comfortable being up on your tiptoes at a stop and, you know, and getting on, yeah, by all means, give it a try. I wish that I had given an adventure bike a try much sooner than this. I mean, I've been riding for almost 11 years now, and I've never ridden an adventure bike. So now not only am I happy that I have made the choice to ride an adventure bike, I can't wait to get on a dirt bike. I know that it's an entirely different experience from an adventure bike, but you know, just because I know that trying out new things can definitely bloom into something that I want to do more of, you know, I'm excited to try that out as well. Nope, thought we were getting over in that lane. Oh, see, that wasn't all bad. I was expecting those bumps to be a lot worse, but I don't have a single thing that I could complain about on this bike. You've got a little, looks like a charging port there for your devices should you need it. Oh yeah, man, I could lean all day on this thing. Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm convinced. And amazingly, I mean, this test ride route is just awesome. I mean, we've gotten to test it out at highway speeds. We've gotten to really test it out in like a wide sweeping turn. We've done tight turns. We've done slow speed. I mean, what a route. Holy crap. But guys, do you have any questions about the F850 GS by BMW? If you do, make sure you leave them in the comments, especially if you're somebody like me who's never ridden an adventure bike before. Shoot me your questions. I'll be happy to answer them, and if I can't answer them, I'm sure that there'll be somebody on here that can answer them for you. Also, you know what, leave it in the comments. Is there this is the F850 GS. Like, I feel like this is a great start to the adventure series. I know that they have the 310, and I believe there's even one in between the 310 and the 850. But there's the 1250. You know, if I go for an adventure bike, should I be looking at the 1250 instead of something like the 850? Oh, see, this rider in front of me stood up, and I kind of want to do that because I kind of want to get a feel of what it feels like when you stand up. Oh yeah, see, that's nice. You know, because you're the pegs are kind of like just right in front of you. It's not directly underneath you, it's just slightly in front. You don't feel like you're like way up here when you stand up. But I've seen, at least, and this is just from what I've seen on videos, people going off-road, they'll stand up on their bike. So anyway, just wanted to try that out, see how it feels. It feels good, it feels comfortable, it feels confident still. Like, I feel like when I stand up, I can still maneuver the bike confidently. But I'm guessing you're not going to be doing any turns when you're standing up like that. I think that's probably more for like when you're getting into some real gnarly rocks. So yeah, I haven't had any trouble at all at stop, even though I'm on the very tips of my toes when we stop. Haven't had any problem with balancing the bike. You know, that's another one of those things where I'm on this bike here, or it looks like it would be top heavy because it's up so high, but it's not like that at all. And this display is just awesome. Direct sunlight, and obviously it's going to look awesome at night, but in direct sunlight it just shines bright, super clear. I want one of these, and I know that the new KTMs have I don't know if this is TFT or not, but these really nice, bright, clear displays. All right, well, we're wrapping this ride up, and this is probably going to be my last ride of the day. And what a way to end it off, because this has been just a blast. All right, guys, this is the end of the ride. I appreciate you watching, and again, you know, if you're somebody who rides an adventure bike a lot, you know, this was going to be a very like elementary or very basic review. And man, see, look, I didn't even put my foot down because this bike is so well balanced. But I appreciate you watching. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up down there, which is the like button. And if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button. We post content 3 days a week, and we talk about all kinds of stuff. Hi guys, if you're out there riding, be safe. And if you're not riding, get riding. I'm that one guy, and I am out.